Good morning. For the month of February, we will be discussing main idea and theme. At this time, make sure you received a packet from your teacher. We will use this all month, so please make sure you return it to your teacher at the end of advisory today. First, we will review theme. Theme is the message or lesson the author wants you or the characters to learn from the story. Theme does not include specific details from the story, such as character names or setting. Theme is a complete sentence, not just one word. An example of a theme, in Finding Nemo, a theme could be, having trust brings people closer together. Now, you will have 5 minutes to read the first passage in your packet. The title of the passage is Reputation. Remember that we are also practicing a testing environment, which means you're at a voice level 0, you stay in your seat, there are no passes being used, you work by yourself, not with anybody else, and use the whole time. If you finish early, go back and check your work. Please remember, we are in a testing environment until the timer is up. You now have 5 minutes to read the passage. Okay, now that the time is up, we will work through the question together. The question today is, what is the theme of the passage you read? We will be using RACE to answer this question. Step 1 of RACE is to restate the question. What is the theme of the passage? On your paper, write, the theme of the passage is, just like you see on the bottom of the screen. Okay, step 2 is to answer the question. Take a minute to write what you think the theme of the passage is. Okay, a possible answer could look like this. The theme of the passage is, people make assumptions based on who you spend time with. If you did not write anything down, you may borrow this answer now. Step 3 of RACE is to cite evidence. We're going to use the sentence starter according to the text. Once you have written that down, you need to copy one quote from the text that helps prove your answer. I will give you a minute to do that now. Okay. A possible answer could look like this. According to the text, to which the man replied, if you are such a good girl, then why are you hanging out with these two? If you do not get a piece of evidence to write down, please take a second to borrow what you see on the screen. Okay, step 4 of RACE is to explain the evidence. Use the sentence starter, this shows that, and then explain what you copied down in your own words. I will give you about 40 seconds to do that now. Okay, a possible answer could look like this. This shows that the man still didn't believe Kristen was a good person because she was with people who stole from his store. If you did not write anything down for explaining the evidence, you can borrow what you see on the screen. All right. A new step for some of you will be to add an extra piece of evidence and explaining that evidence. Some of you, again, this may be brand new, but we will start to see that this is the expectation on ILearn. So if you are answering a question using race, we're going to make it just a little bit better by adding one more piece of evidence and explaining that evidence. You may use the exact same sentence starters that we used for C and E above, or you can throw in some of your own. I will give you about a minute to do that now. Okay, your possible answer should be completed looking like what we saw down below on the screen. If you need a minute to copy this down, your teacher can pause the video. Once you have completed step 5, you have finished answering the question. Put your name on the front of your packet and return to your teachers. We will see you next week for week 2 of Language and Literature ILearn. Bye!